Hey, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We last left off during the investigation, and I think right now we're going to go into the second trial. So here we go. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, it's nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix. Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, you should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present in the studios. Today, I would like to show the evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if that producer is going to come out. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai. Noob. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television. Where were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in the meeting that whole time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, let's press. Is that when you always come to work? Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day. Sad face. Tell us more about that. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole time, lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Let's press that. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this, but WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Alright, that's the limp. Which of course led me to missing my lunch. ROFS. ROFS, rolling on floor, starving? I was like, what? Yeah, I don't know what that was. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning the witness, did not eat them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steaks at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix, yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's a little vague, it's contradictory. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. Huh? What do you mean? When I went to that trailer, I saw something on the table. There were 2 plates on the table, the same kind of plates as in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Oh, no, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Drool. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that a bit more. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs, so that's the one that's contradictory. You didn't take a single break? Well, yeah, not a one. Sweat. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Yeah, he just talked about it. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during the break? Oops, rolling on floor laughing. Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studios during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about his break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Hey, hey, hey. Uh-oh, Edgeworth is laughing. Not good for us. Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, rolling off our laughing. But it was only 15 minutes. 15. That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, LOL. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. Seems. I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's 13 to base 12. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak, what else? There were 2 plates on the trailer table. Oh right, the other one was Diva's. Oh, sorry, D. Vasquez plate. D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to commit murder. Why is that?
Objection!
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any one of them to go into Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, it has to be, right? If not, then... like, who could it be? Like, I'm thinking, probably one of these guys is the killer, right? No? Yeah? I guess. If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Powers will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. Huh. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I got the judge thinking now. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Never a dull moment with you, right? What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you knew that from 2:15 and to 4 o'clock the path between the studio was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head had fallen across the path. Whoa, you're right. Yeah, I know that. I remember that. True. The break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fall of Mrs. Monkey's head barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow, I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you lose this round. Okay, yeah, thanks. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to retrieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have found Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? A witness saw the very moment when Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for the recess. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. But what's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it, I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. You. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Court is back in session for the trial of Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. Sorry, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up, don't mean you can push me around. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident? You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. Okay, sorry, I missed that. It was too fast. A very long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had a bargain terms with a kid? And you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out of the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow. If I had my camera with me, that would have been time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. And be gentle, remember you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right, please continue. Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez. Alright, I think we need to went through the woods off the path. Kinda lost. About 30 minutes, maybe the 30 minutes part. We got lost in the woods. Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? Yeah, this is the one I need to press and learn more about. The Steel Samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? Alright, then maybe it's a camcorder. Right before my eyes came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know. He was kind of far away. Oh, he's being awfully vague. Of course the Steel Samurai took him down. How? What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kind of didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. So, he says he brings it. He always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. So maybe why wasn't he carrying it at that time? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? Yeah, so I had my camera. So what? You got a problem with that? So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Take my eyes off of it. So you're watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight? Yeah, of course. You didn't turn away, not even once? No. Okay, then tell us exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm getting to that. So the bad guy attacked him first? Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? The bad guy stopped moving. Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick, a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? I should press him because he's saying all of these things, but not the spear piercing the bad guy, right? And that was the cause of death. Cody. What? Something bothering me. Before you said you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah? So what? Yeah, you missed the most important part.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated that he saw quite clearly.
Objection!
You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? That's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have a certain that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? So either he couldn't watch it, he was watching something else, or show evidence. So maybe he's like trying to take a picture and that's how he missed it. He was watching something else. He missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else. Probably. Probably? Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Oof, come on. Think of something. Think of something. Nothing. Mr. Wright, please refrain from making baseless claims. Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. Okay. So if not that... If he wasn't looking at something else, like his camera, then he couldn't watch it because it was too real, it was too violent, like he's still a kid. Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder take place at his age? Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight, like on TV. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. I have to agree. Okay, so not this. I guess we're just showing testimony. We're showing evidence then. Then I'm gonna. I have evidence. Evidence. Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? So, was it because okay, there's two scenarios. Either he was looking at the camera and missed the fight because he was like trying to figure it out, or this is when the head fell off and he got distracted. These are the two scenarios. So I guess I'm gonna do camera first. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera. The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with this operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Via means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Oh, he's about to cry. So sad. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yup. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. White? Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. So you did see the beginning of the fight? Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual? Well, I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely? Probably because his limp leg or something, right? But it's not him. I don't know. Or maybe because he was trying to, like, fake the limp. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried. The lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. Let's see. There's a victory scene. Samurai has won, so he probably took a picture of the victory scene too. He should. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? No, he definitely did. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey. Bullseye? How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Wow. This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai? Victorious. Well, you know. Why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon, or something, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Pick up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid is all about. But you didn't erase them because you have this book of pictures, right? Objection! Cody. What? And every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah! Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait. No way! Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix, tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photo he took? Because the Steel Samurai didn't win, that's why, right? He was like, oh, he always wins, but that time he didn't. I can think only of one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean, the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, am I right? I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth, the bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever. Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet, to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order! I will have order. Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Oh, so sad. Poor Cody. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Wow, okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then, he didn't move. Wow. Order. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What is this all about? So, the hammer was a victim, Steel Samurai was the victim, there was no victims. The Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order. So, the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Power's foot injury. But wait, hadn't Miss Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought, but remember what Miss Olbach said in her testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops. Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick! No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that suit. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? Certainly, I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts, as we know them from in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. That it's Studio 2? Is that why? Right? We went to Studio 2, but the body was found in Studio 1. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Yes, well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Huh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what we do see in the photo what do we see in the photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Yeah. The murder happened in Studio 2. Here at Studio 2. I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Because the path was blocked, so it really turns everything on its head. Like, people outside of Studio 2 are actually cleared of suspicion, but everyone that's in Studio 2 is now a suspect. The path to the trailer is now blocked. So, we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse is true. That's right. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there's a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There's a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside, eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Ovak, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim. Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jackhammer, stole the costume. I don't think I have proof. Well, I have this, right? The empty bottle, the sleeping pill. Let's try it. I have proof. I have proof. You do? You do, right? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jackhammer stole a costume. Is that he drugged Mr. Powers. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills, huh? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle, maybe? An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jackhammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did not have time to commit the murder. Oh, and those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, you will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well. Court is adjourned. Phew, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha, maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Oh, of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks, Sniff. Okay, so I'm going to end this episode here. That was a great trial, a lot of fun. We're going to pick it back up in the next episode where we're going to do some more investigating, hopefully find enough evidence to find the true culprit. If you like what you see, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.